Transitioning for the downward dog, placing the band at the two hip joints. This is going to allow the femur heads to draw back into the hips. Stepping forward, now we repeat the actions of the mountain pose. Squeeze the heels together, feel the engagement through the gluteals. Slight forward lean. Transitioning to the dog pose, chin into the chest and roll down. Once the hands make contact with the floor, walk out to the length of your yoga mat, the downward dog setup. Take your time with this. We're going to stay for a few minutes, allowing the body to gradually unwind in the dog pose. The band is dynamic. It has tension that's constantly pulling us back. This feedback gives us something to work against. Gradually in the position, notice that you can work the hands a little bit further away from the legs, getting into a longer dog pose. Engage the posterior chain, raising the heels on the inhale, and letting the heels sink down to the mat in the exhale. Keep working to press the toes into the floor. Gradually walk the hands a little further away. Allowing the downward dog to elongate feels more like a shoulder and armpit stretch. Here we're working the femur heads deep into the hip socket. You can feel the natural elongation through the spine. Eventually the arms will travel far enough forward that you can move the head toward the yoga mat. Some students may choose to place a yoga brick under the head. This way you can soften the forehead downward and allow the brain to relax into the pose. To transition, step the feet forward just a little bit, and then work the right hand toward the left ankle. The twisting dog pose. Here we can use the oppositions of the body, the dynamic tension allowing us to rotate. Feel how you can keep the hips exactly squared center, and then you can pull against that left leg. This gradually allows you to rotate above the navel, creating a twisting action in the dog pose. Transition for the other side. Reaching left hand across the body, catches the outside of the right ankle. Work the right hand away and then allow yourself to rotate. Take your time with this. In these postures, we're not in a rush to get into the end range. Instead, just notice where you're at in the pose, and then gradually allow the body to unwind, taking the shape of a twisted dog. This spinal rejuvenation sequence is known to elongate the back, allowing more disc space between the vertebrae. Continue breathing normally. To transition out, we walk the hands away. You can probably tell there's a difference in the dog pose already. Transition to standing by squeezing the posterior chain. Dismount carefully from the downward dog.